This is the Horse Radio Network.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the #1 horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Well, good Friday morning, everybody. I am Glenn the Geek in Ocala, Florida.
And I'm Jamie Jennings in Norman, Oklahoma, and you're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network for July 30th, episode 2736, brought to you today by Kentucky Performance Products. Good morning, horse people.
It's Friday, and another weekend of riding is a few short hours away. Jamie and Glenn are here to help you make it through the day with some fun guests and some really bad ads. Enjoy the show.
I think ours is going to be a weekend, Jamie, of driving and not riding. What to be riding in the truck is going to be our weekend coming up.
My weekend is going to be watching TV.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little later because cross country is tomorrow. Now you're going to have to get up at like 2 a.m. to watch it live, but you know, can you tape on the Roku? I don't know. Can you record it?
There's like, I figured out how to watch NBC Olympics on the Roku, and I don't own a Roku, but the TV that I have has it in it.
Oh,
I guess.
You got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Roku, you can go on to NBC Olympics and watch like sessions and like the whole thing, where I've been watching it on YouTube TV, just the little brief pieces. It was so funny. I was watching Olympic dressage for eventing last night, and Chad is like, who is that lady talking? She is just delightful. Yeah. She's won badminton 9 times.
Yeah.
So
you're talking about Lucinda?
Yes, Lucinda Green.
Yeah, she's
so amazing.
Oh, she's doing such a great job. And, you know, even the riders that are, especially when she's talking about some of the eventing dressage.
She's so nice to them. Like, oh my God. That was unexpected.
Yes. Unexpected is her favorite word.
Really calm and collected and you know, I mean, I think she's so nice. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, what is that? This is the Olympics.
Well, if there was an audience, you would hear the audience go, oh, you know, because you do that when they screw up, and you don't hear that. So you only hear her going, well, that wasn't quite what they imagined it would be.
I don't think that's what they were going for, but you know, they're here.
She always comes up with something positive to say, and then you can tell John Kyle's just trying to hold back. He's just
It's like this. She's like the opposite of Simon Cowell.
Yes,
like she finds the good in everything.
Well,
I got to audit a clinic with her one time, and oh my gosh, can I just tell you, she is so delightful. She has when you go out on cross country, she carries this box, this like wagon type thing with her. And in that is different bits and all sorts of equipment. And there was this one girl who was riding in a hackamore, and she's like, oh no, that's not going to work. You can't ride that horse in that. He needs a proper bit. And the girl was like, but I want to ride him in a hack circuit. Don't cry. You have to put a bit in the horse's mouth. And then she like whips out of her wagon this bit and like puts it on the horse, and the horse goes amazing. It's just like, don't question Lucinda Green, for God's sake. Just do what she says.
I spent maybe a little bit of a drunken night with Lucinda Green in a golf cart at the World Equestrian Games in Kentucky in 2010. Samantha and she needed a ride. I don't know why we had the golf cart, but we couldn't find her car. It was just the most bizarre night. And all of us had been drinking. It was an interesting evening. She's funny. She's funny normally. And she's kind of, what's interesting about Lucinda is in person, I don't know if you got to spend any personal time with her, she's kind of snarky. So when I hear her do the commentating, I'm going, oh my God. It's like,
before I get angry emails, I do know she won badminton 6 times.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
not 9,
not 25, but she should have won it 25.
She has won it 427 times in a row.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for us this weekend as we are leaving on the road show, which was not a for sure thing this week, and we haven't talked about it.
Tough week.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week. So we had our going away party last Saturday night here at the farm, and about 25 people showed up. And one of our lovely auditors, and I'm saying that sincerely, he's lovely, notified us on Wednesday that he got sick the next morning on Sunday of last week, the day after the party, and got tested and found out he had COVID. Now, he was vaccinated. So I had to notify everybody that was at the party, and Jennifer and I went, oh, crap, because I also got sick on Tuesday. And I did the show on Wednesday, but Jamie knows when I'm sick. She knows. The listeners probably do too.
He's kind of a weenie.
Yeah, she covers for me. I had slept 12 hours one night, and Jamie and I are not good sleepers. We don't sleep well. So if we're sleeping 12 hours, we're sick. So we went and got tested on Wednesday, Jennifer and I, and found out late last night that we were negative. So if we were positive, we were going to have to put off the trip for 10 days and rearrange everything, which would have been a nightmare. I've been working on this for months. So we unfortunately have to postpone until Sunday leaving because Nigel also came up lame on Wednesday. So the vet's been out.
Let me tell you what happened there. Nigel is a horse, and he said, "Oh, really? You're leaving? Haha, watch this." So what ended up happening to Nigel? Why is he lame? Because he did it on purpose.
Well, he does it on purpose
himself
every time because Jennifer on Tuesday, the day before he came up lame, had sent her entry in for the Biltmore ride, $300, in North Carolina in September when we get back. And Nigel knew for the next 5 weeks he was going to the trainer to get his little butt ridden off. So that was the day after she sent her entries in. She's been looking forward to this for months. And so she had the vet out, and she's having the farrier out and all of that. And so far, all they can determine is he probably has that abscess brewing. So we just have to wait.
That's
and
fun.
She's been soaking his foot. Now the trainer's going to have to soak his foot. So I don't know how much extra that's going to cost. But yeah, so all of this happened this week, and we are going. The trip is on. I am happy to report that the auditor that was sick is feeling better. I am feeling better, and nobody else has tested positive that was at the party. So that's all good. I feel very bad for the people that were coming to the Alabama meetups. We're probably still going to see the farm owners we were going to stay with and still get to visit with them, but the meetups are off in Alabama. And the next thing coming up will be the concert, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I do apologize. I hope we don't piss off more people on this trip than we make happy.
Yeah, it's kind of like birthday winnies. The people that get the birthday winnies are really excited, and the people that you forget are super mad.
Well, we do know. We went into this thinking that, was going to happen. It's just going to be that way. We're 5-week trip with an RV, going to happen. But we didn't think it would happen before we left. So today, coming up on the show, I have a special report from our friend Diana DeRosa, our on-site reporter in Tokyo, is going to give us a post-dressage, pre-eventing talk. And I got to meet up with her yesterday in between her assignments. Karen from Kentucky Performance Products is stopping by to announce the winner of the KPP contest. And we're giving away 4 prizes and really bad ads. So it's winter day here on Horses in the Morning. A lot going on. Jamie has some new horses in. She sent a horse out that is a very happy home. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But first, Daily Winnies. Happy birthday to our auditors, Jamie Lay, Amanda Kramer, Joy Orr, your co-host. Happy birthday, Joy. And Teresa Kruger, Danielle Rigby. Danielle Rigby, it's also her birthday. So happy birthday to all of you. We're going to try and keep up. I will try and keep up with the birthdays while we're gone, because if I miss 5 weeks worth, I just don't want to see the emails. So I'm going to do my best to keep up on the birthdays.
Out of the Olympics always comes awesome, comeback stories and all that. And I just wanted to make you guys aware. Now, I have not looked at the standings and the scores after day 1 of eventing because I have not watched it yet. And I love you guys, but I can't ruin things just to keep up to date on the show. So if you want to know,
that's the kind of dedication she has to the show.
That I have to the show. But I did read a story that Sally Spickard wrote on Eventing Nation.
She's been writing some good stuff, by the way. If you haven't been following her stuff, you need to go over. She's a great writer.
She is. So she wrote a story about a horse named Viscera. Viscera is ridden by Teresa Vickland, and this is a 13-year-old Hanoverian mare that is competing in the Olympics in the eventing portion that has one eye. This mare lost her vision, lost an eye due to uveitis 5 years ago, and she's been able to bring her back all the way up to the top of this sport. She says that she got uveitis 5 years ago, and for 2 years we were treating it and competing, but it was hard with the medications. In the end, she was in so much pain, we didn't have a choice. So 3 years ago, we removed it, and I was pretty sure she wasn't ever going to do any top eventing, but she did a 2-star after, and then a couple months later, she just was doing awesome.
She jumps those big ass jumps with one eye.
With one eye. And the thing is, she had been told by the vets that drops, where they jump and they drop into something is going to really, really mess with her vision. She said she was quite nervous for her first competition back after the surgery. There was a big drop of Bocolo that the vet had warned her might be tough. She can't really have the depth perception for it. She goes, quote, but she just popped down like nothing, and there hasn't been any problems at all.
There's a girl that likes her job.
That is an awesome mare. So fantastic job. I'm so excited to watch them on cross country. It's just those stories. I mean, to have one eye and competing at the top level of the Olympics. So congratulations and good luck to Teresa Vickland and Viscera.
Great. Let's play the interview. I got to catch up with Diana DeRosa. I think it must have been like midnight her time while she was in.
Now, you talked to her after Grand Prix dressage.
Yeah, dressage is over and before eventing. And you're going to hear she got to walk the course, the cross-country course. So she's going to talk a little bit about that.
Before you play that, I just have to make a comment because I started watching session 1 last night.
Of eventing dressage.
And the last thing I watched was the Grand Prix dressage. Oh my God. Eventing dressage is so bad.
I said to Jennifer today, I found a way you can watch dressage right on your computer. The eventing dressage, she says, I can't watch eventing dressage.
I mean,
and she's an eventer.
I can watch it, but not after watching Grand Prix Olympic dressage. I'm like, oh my God. And Oliver Townend is in the lead, and it was horrible to watch. God, I hate that guy. So anyway, I just was watching it. I'm like just cringing. And the first rider that comes out was like, and Lucinda's like, well, okay. It's like, you can't find anything nice to say. It's just, she did say at one point, she goes, well, just so you know, it's quite a bit different than the just dressage portion, it's quite a bit different.
I noticed she's been reminding everybody too that there's more to come. Cross country and stadium, there's more to this.
These are very fit horses, and they do a lot more than just the dressage. If you've just been watching equestrian dressage, like it's going to be a little
okay. And all you eventers, it's true too. So don't even send your hate mail to Jennifer.
Yeah,
we are too. Jennifer was too.
She
can't watch it either. she can't even turn it on.
At Rolex, or Land Rover, but oh my gosh, after watching days of these amazing chess pieces go out there and perform their movements to watching like these super fit horses that collection is not their forte, it was definitely emotionally hard for me, viscerally hard for me, but carry on.
Let's hear how hard it is for Diana over there in Tokyo. This is her 8th or 9th Olympics covering, and she's also a photographer. So I'll post a link in our show notes. You can go look at her picture. She hasn't posted, and she does amazing photography too. So let's hear Diana's take on it all. So I have Diana DeRosa with us, coming to us from Japan, and I assume you're in Tokyo somewhere?
You bet I'm in Tokyo, yeah.
Yep. And is your apartment the size of a postage stamp?
At least. That's saying a lot. It's a little bit bigger than that, but not by much.
So how is
When
it
I
there?
walked into this room, I went, "Oh my goodness, what am I going to do here?"
So tell me, before we get into talking about dressage, which has ended now, and that's why we're talking to you for your impressions of that. But tell me your overall impressions of being there. This is your like ninth Olympics, and it's empty. What is that like?
Ah, gosh, I have to come at this from two different directions. It's definitely taken away from it. It's definitely you don't capture all those really cool pictures, but our stories were on the line, and we were being told that we were going to be let know the day before if we were going to be allowed in the venue. And the fact that the arenas are empty, the spectators are not there, has given us enough seats so that we are able to get in almost every day so far.
Oh, good. Well, for you guys, it's a good thing.
Yeah, for us, it's a good thing, but it's still, in a way, it is and it isn't, because I don't get all those wonderful pictures.
Yeah, all the audience shots and the audience in the background and all
And the
of those.
cheering. There is a little section. They've got one section at the end where they've got the support, where the riders can bring support and stuff like that. But instead of using real hands and claps and cheers and stuff like that, they have these big fake hands that they clap. Because the noise level has to be kept down. No spreading of germs here.
So it's just been a little weird.
Yeah. That combined with all the pressure we're under for many different things, getting tests every few days, and everywhere we go in, we've got passes. We have to prove our who we are, and buses, shuttles to get to where we're going, and it's a bit crazy, but it's great. Listen, I can't complain. I'm happy I'm here.
Yeah, you're one of the very few people watching it in person. So yeah, very few. So tell us about dressage. What an incredible competition, and a nail biter at the end too.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. I am so, so happy for the USA team, and they really earned it. They really fought to the finish. And Sabine, what a surprise she was to the world. I mean, you cannot imagine the things people are saying about that woman. She just really shocked everybody. People that knew all of the riders, when they thought, oh, who is this? Who is she and where is she coming? Oh my gosh, she's like right near the top with her scores and everything. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, and she was kind of the third. If you were going to rank our riders, she was third ranked. Yet she came out as the superstar, I think, for the U.S. team. She just shined. Yeah,
I got to tell you, it's no surprise that they would put her in that position, because you have to, she's never done this before. It's a huge deal for her to go in that ring as relaxed as she looks, and as relaxed as her horse looks, is unbelievable. For first Olympics, that is just unheard of.
And did you get a chance to see them or talk to them after? They were on the Today Show. We're recording this on Thursday. They were on the Today Show this morning. But did you get a chance to chat with them? And they have to be over the moon with silver.
We're not allowed to. We have strict orders that we're not allowed to. I did get to hear them in a press conference. Finally, when they got their medal, they had them in the room. And so I was able to ask. I was like the person that was asking the questions to the U.S. team. And I got some really good answers from them about their horses, about how they feel about all of this. And Sabine started riding this horse when the horse was 3. And she has literally trained that horse with the help of, anybody else, where you've got trainers and stuff that help you along the way. But she just really is the key behind that horse.
Well, it was amazing. And the woman from Germany who won the gold, whose name I cannot pronounce.
Jessica.
Yeah, that's what we're calling her here, too, because we can't say her last name. She had to be shocked, too, and her horse was amazing.
The first-time Olympian. Can you imagine? I mean, it's just incredible, some of the stories that are coming out here.
And beat the number 1 Olympian of all time in horse world. I mean, let's...
What kills me about that is I almost feel a little bit bad for Isabel, because she didn't beat her. Isabel came with a horse that she is grooming to keep rising up the ladder. So there was no way that Isabel really would have had a chance to win this. Mm-hmm. And Isabella's thrilled. She's got a horse, this young mare that has shined. Maybe she didn't win, but she shined at such a young level for doing something like this. So, but Jessica's the first time Olympian. I mean, obviously she's with the German team. She's done a lot, but still the scoring, the whole type of system that they used this year was very, very different than in the past, and kind of interesting and intriguing how it all worked out.
Yeah, because they kind of gave him 3 different types of score. It was different. I mean, it was different. And I read in the one area, she got a 97 out of 100. I mean, it's incredible. Wow. It's just incredible what she accomplished. Yeah. And you know what? She won. She won it. She deserved to win it. And she had the horse and she rode it.
She sure did.
Well, now you're heading on to eventing starts today or tonight or tomorrow, whatever time you were at. So did you get a chance to do the course or any of that stuff yet?
Actually, yes, we did walk the course yesterday, and that's why I only had 20 minutes of sleep yesterday.
You sound pretty good.
Yeah, and to an end, because I decided not to do the inspection this morning because I've got a number of things due that I've got to get done, and a lot of the media that I'm writing for doesn't necessarily care about the inspection photos. Yeah. So I made the decision to sort of work on catching up.
And then I'm bugging you, so that's not helping. So what was the course like? Tell us what the course was like.
The course is very interesting. There's a lot of fences that are very close. So, you're going to want to try to do that, go from fence to fence. But the problem is, one you're shooting this way and the other one you're shooting that way. So even though they're close, to get to them is going to be strange. There's not going to be any spectators. The fences, there normally are over 30 fences, and now they're going to be 23 or 24 fences, but with lots of options. So they may have a couple of fences within, because it has to do with how many, and how many things they jump more than how many fences, how many actually numbered fences they are. So they're doing a lot of jumping in each one.
Got it. And I did read that they got a little bit of a straightaway. He's trying to make it so it's less turny because of the heat. He's trying to keep the horses going and not trying to work them up as much. And I know the heat's been an issue there.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. What they've tried to avoid is any kind of weaving, like S's, because that tires the horses out. So they feel that if they can get the horses on longer runs, and so they're using space within the space because it's in a smaller area so that the horses can keep going straight and galloping straight because they feel that even though it's going to be hot, that will be better for them. Plus, they're starting at 7:45 in the morning, which means we have to get there at 5:45.
Which means you're getting up at 3 and catching your multiple buses to get out there.
Yeah, exactly. No rest for the weary here, I'll tell you.
Well, Diana, thank you so much. I know you're busy, and we really appreciate you taking a few minutes to catch us up, and we'll try and get you after eventing, too, before jumping starts.
Yeah, for sure. And, just go to my website if you want to see some of the photos.
Yeah, really tell everybody what that is again.
It's www.dianaderosa.com, and you just go to the Olympics folder, and it's within that folder.
And I was, I was looking at some of them. They're fantastic, and I'll put a link to it in our show notes. Thanks, Diana.
Thank you.
I saw this on Adrienne Lyle's page, and I just thought at least reading the beginning and the end would be important because I really thought it was beautiful. She did such an amazing job, and team withdrew before the individual contention. But this is what she wrote. No matter how long I sit here and try to think of the right words, I don't think I will ever be able to accurately describe what it felt like to realize our team had brought home the silver medal. To stand on that podium in such incredible company was almost surreal. It was such a close and intense competition, and it was amazing to watch our horses go out there, one after another, and fight for it until the very end. Salvino once again brought tears to my eyes as he gave his all to help his team bring home the silver medal. He is a true champion with the biggest heart, and I'm humbled to be his rider. And last but certainly not least, thank you, Salvino. You are a warrior. Thank you for your trust in me, for being the most amazing partner, and for always being there when it matters the most. It's a little dusty.
I know. I was a little teary too.
Whew.
That was just part of it. She wrote a whole long part of it too. That it was too long to read here in the show. Yeah. But that's what it's all. That's what it's supposed to be all about, right there.
Yeah. Oh my
right?
gosh!
When we talk about all the issues in the horse world and racing or whatever, people doing bad things, and then there's the Adrian Lyles of the world. So. Yeah.
It is interesting to listen to non-horse people talk about the Olympics. Like the one podcast I listened to, it's a radio guy from Atlanta, and I knew him when I lived in Atlanta, and he has a show, and I listen to it daily. And oh my gosh, to hear him talk about the dressage portion was killing me. He's like, I don't understand. What's in it for the horse? He's like, I get racing. They're born to run. They want to run. He was like, but dancing? Do they ever get born and say, I just want to dance? I'm just like, I just want to call in and be like, they're trained
more highly than the racehorse, actually.
Like he thinks that they just get on and this is like a natural thing that they do. And it's just, I mean, they're bred and born for collection and for this type of movement. But oh my gosh, it's not like the rider just sits up there and the horse does it all. It's like my
flying lead changes every stride is not natural.
No, he's like, horses do all the work. Like, well, we don't do anything.
Those piafs and passages, they might be able to do those. Maybe.
You know what? You know when they passage when they're trotting through water.
Yes, that's right.
So it is a natural movement.
Yeah. Not usually it's not a thought about movement on their part.
No. It's just the training is so amazing and beautiful. I hope, you would hope, but to get the relaxation that you've seen in so many of these horses is just a testament to how they are trained and how they love their job. And,
when you take a look, as much as I pick on dressage, when you take a look at dressage, and especially at that level, when you look at it, you do realize there's a partnership there. If these two are not getting along, it ain't gonna happen. It's just not, because it's so minutely technical. It's just minutely technical. You don't even see those riders move.
My father-in-law was like, I don't understand how they get the horses to do that. And Chad was like, they don't even say anything to them. And I was like, it's their seat bones and their thigh and their calf and their, and he was like, what? I was like, they feel everything.
I mean, you saw, it was so funny. I saw a little kick by one of them. And then Lucinda commented, well, that wasn't nice. And then it was a tiny little kick to get the horse to move. It was like tiny little heel movement. She's like, well, that wasn't nice.
Yeah, and people with jumping and eventing portion, when I can't wait to hear what lay people talk about when they see the eventing.
Oh, especially cross country.
Yeah. And because these horses will not jump it if number one, they don't feel good, or number two, they don't want to.
Right.
Trust me. Ask me how I know.
That's
you
true.
Can't make them do that.
Nope.
So.
Speaking of horses, you got some new ones in before we get to Karen for Kentucky Performance Products, and we start our day of winners here. You got some new ones in, and you just sent one out. We talked about it on Wednesday, but Jessica, one of our tremendous auditors, and our resident artist here at the Horse Radio Network, had to ship her horse out. He wasn't handling Florida heat and ended up moving him up to Maryland, and she was very devastated. And now she has a new one. Her new horse arrived from you, and she cannot say enough nice things about you and the Horse and Hound Rescue.
Well, I'm so happy that she got such a nice horse. This was one of the calmest, most generous young horses, 3-year-old that probably I've worked with, and really, really nice. And the people that owned him took very good care of him, and he only raced twice. And this is a testament to his attitude. Was he raced twice, Glenn, and he came in dead last both times. Like, not just a little last. Like, I think he trotted the whole race. Like, I don't really need to do that. And so that's kind of his personality, is like, I mean, he will get up and go if you make him, but like, he was kind of like, okay, I don't really, whatever. So she adopted him, and he left for Florida on Wednesday. We had to do the show a little later because I had to meet Creech Van Shipping Company. And so he got to Florida, and she's elated. So I got 2 more yesterday. I went to Horse and Hound to Guthrie and picked up 2 more. And one of them is from the same place that Jessica's horse came from. And he is the exact dang same. It's not the people always look at bloodlines. It's so much how they're treated
when
and
they're
how they're
1 month old, 3 months old, 6 months old, 1 year
when
old.
They're started, when they get their first saddle, this guy is really calm. He just jumped right in the trailer. But a testament to these awesome owners. Their last one, didn't outrun a paper bag. This one, he never even raced at all because he toes out. Like his little toes are east and west, bless his heart. His front legs are pretty crooked. And they said, you know what? We're not going to race him. They put him in training. They got him started and then they donated him to Horse and Hound. So he's here to kind of see what he's going to do. And he's so nice and so quiet and so sweet, just like Jessica's horse is. So Jessica, if you know anybody that's looking for a brother, I've got one.
A clone.
And, a clone, yeah. But like I said, he toes out, so he won't be a sport horse, but he's so quiet. I think he'll make a nice trail horse. And he's only 2 years old. So he's got the world ahead of him. So we'll see what he does. And the other is a 4-year-old that raced for these people, and he is named after the owner. So the owners donated him to Horse and Hound, and they said, we want first right of refusal to adopt him. And they said, you know what actually we want to do is we want you to send him to Jamie, let her tell us about him, see if he's going to be suitable for us. So they're actually already adoption pending on him, and they're going to come out after a week or so and see him and re-meet him and see if he would make a good horse for them. So it's kind of an interesting story that hasn't happened before, where the people that donated the horse want to adopt the horse. You think you cut all the middleman there, but nope, that was just kind of I think they donated him and went, oh, I don't know, he's named after me, so I need to keep him. I mean, they literally named the horse after the guy who owns him. So you can't just send that one down the road. It's named after you, for God's sake. So we will spend some time with him. I started him today, and he's a little sports car man. He needs to go be an event horse. He's just super catty and just really sporty. And he'll just need to learn to calm down. He raced less than a month ago, so he's still
he's hyped up.
Well, he's nice. He's just hyper reactive to pressure and to the send away and to the lines. He was like, I'm supposed to run. You're like, no. So his first couple days will be spent just telling him it's okay to walk. It's okay to calm down. Nobody's going to make you run. You don't have to do that anymore. And it's funny. It's you have to kind of reprogram their brain a little bit. When they have been so recently on the track and they feel that saddle come on and they're like, okay, it's time to go. Let's go. And you're like, no, we don't do that anymore. So after 3 or 4 times, they start to really understand oh, okay, I don't have to do that anymore. So you try to make their training as opposite from racing as you can, which is really nice because I spent so much time on the racetrack when I was young galloping horses that I know exactly what is opposite. So we are just doing opposite for him, and I think he'll settle in really nice. I'll keep you guys posted.
Very good. Well, I did want to mention to everybody that's been kindly sending me messages about the hackney that rode in Tevis. I got 2 more yesterday. I'm happy to report to all of you that on the next endurance episode, we will be interviewing Natalie, who's mom, and Kyla, who's the one that rode the hackney, named Flash, the hackney pony. They had the largest horse and the smallest horse in Tevis this year, because Natalie's horse is a 16-3 saddlebred. And Kylie rode Flash, who made the Flash at Tevis this year. It's all anybody talked about, was 11-2. So we had 16-3 and 11-2 riding together. And yes, we will be interviewing them on the next endurance show, because if we didn't, somebody was going to burn the Horse Radio Network down. So it's apparently Karen contacted them. They have been doing multiple interviews, including TV, radio, all kinds of stuff, because Flash was nobody cared who won.
Yeah, I don't even know who won, but the fact that there was a Hackney in it is all I've read. So that's fantastic. You got them. I'm pretty bummed that they're not going to come on here, but that's really awesome.
Yeah. So Karen knows the mom and worked on committees with her.
So basically, are you saying stop sending?
Yes, you can stop sending me the emails now. And yes, we had we recorded this ahead because of the trip, and I will tell you that Kyla and I had a little bonding time talking about our Hackneys, and then we learned that Hackney ponies are all the same naughtiness level. They're all naughty. So it was fun to talk to somebody with another pony that's just like mine. So yes, you will hear that interview coming up in a couple of weeks on the Endurance Show. All right, let's go to Karen, who we're going to see in a week from Kentucky Performance Products. We're going to be with her in Lexington. Don't forget to take a look at all the meetups. Go to horseradionetwork.com, click on the banner at the top of the page, and we'll be having a Lexington meetup a week from tomorrow. And Jamie will be in town. It's the only meetup she's going to be in town for, so you definitely want to join us. And Karen will be there and a whole bunch of others. So look for that. It'll be at the Kentucky Horse Park on Saturday. And Karen, if you remember right, had a contest with the Kentucky Performance Products where they had our listeners and other people write in, and you could say why you love the products and what it did for your horse. And then they were going to give a prize away, and they're announcing the winner here on the show. Well, Karen is here from Kentucky Performance Products, and we're so excited. We get to see you next week, and we're actually going to be doing a show from your place, which is so exciting because I don't think we've ever done that from Kentucky Performance Products. So we're looking forward to it.
I know, so am I. It's very exciting. I can't wait to see you guys.
I get to see where the magic happens, where all my supplements are created. I'm so excied.
I would. Do you have cameras, by the way, for shoplifters? Because I would keep them.
Happens, but take you where they're stored.
I would make sure there's nothing stuffed under her shirt, like big barrels of things.
I know. She might leave with it,
Just pat my pockets.
How much can you take on an airplane?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they'll let you on.
Yeah.
With a bucket of microphone.
Of white powder.
Don't worry, it's just 30 pounds. Yeah. White powder.
Yeah, exactly. So, Karen, we did a contest. You did a contest, and we've been announcing it for the last month. And what we had was listeners and others write in, your customers write in as to why they like, what products they use and why they like them. And you have chosen not just one, not just two, but three winners. And what do the winners get?
They get 20% off and free shipping for the product of their choice for a year. And then they get a custom halter with their horse's nameplate on it, one of the nice Kentucky halters. And then they get a beautiful cooler with the Kentucky Performance logo on it. And then there's a bunch of other Kentucky just hats and shirts and things like that we'll be putting in a bucket and sending to them. So it's a fun contest, and you get a lot of nice prizes.
Yay. Terrific. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have you announce all three winners, and then we're going to have you read one of the entries today. And then in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have you read the other entries because you said they're all really good. So we want to hear them all. So we'll spread out the fun. So let's start with who are the three winners? And I don't know if you know where they're from, but...
I don't know where they're from. Okay. We didn't take names. I'm pretty sure they're all from the United States. We do know that. Gotcha. So the first winner is Kimberly Watts, and I believe she's one of our terrific listeners from California.
Yes, we know Kimberly.
She's California, all right.
I've been cruising with Kimberly, so yes, I know Kimberly.
And the second one was Abby Foltz. Foltz, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, I believe that is also a listener.
Yes, also a listener from Virginia, I think.
Yes. Yep. And then the last one was a young fellow named Matt Starr.
Very good. Well, congratulations to all three of them.
I know.
That's terrific.
And we just had so much fun getting these in and reading them, and it was just it's great. It was just a ton of fun. So we're going to do some other things with the rest of the folks that have that sent us testimonials. So we'll probably be contacting some of them and talking to them about their stories as well. So it was a great contest.
You guys did well with it too. I wrote to one of your people about 2 weeks in, and I said, "Are you getting any entries?" And she said, "Oh my God!" So because sometimes it's hard to get entries when people actually have to write something out, right? So more than yes or no, and you apparently got a ton of them. So good for you. So
well, we did, and it's kind of like once you get people start talking about their horses.
Yeah, well, we know that story.
Wait,
I mean, we're all like that. I'm guilty as charged.
You mean horse people like to talk about their horses forever? That's weird.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go to dinner and there's a couple of horsey friends there and there's a couple of non-horsey people there. And it's like,
I got
for the first
5
while,
weeks of that
don't
coming.
Talk about their horses.
I got
Karen,
5
do you know
weeks of that coming.
Karen, do you know what I call those people that are non-horse people at the dinner table?
No.
Bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they all get this glazed look, and we're all sitting going, and they're like, oh, but they get up and they migrate into the other room.
They're bored.
On the TV.
I'm there to entertain their husbands. That's my job on this trip coming up. Is I am there to entertain the husbands. That's my job. So while you all talk
or the
about
wives,
horse.
if the husband happens to be the horsey one.
Right, exactly. All right. So let's read the first entry, and then we'll do the next couple in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, this is what Kimberly Watts wrote. We asked, why have you chosen KPP over other brands? And she writes, I first heard about KPP on the Horse Radio Network.
Yay!
The supplements sounded like the support I wanted for my horse. When my equine chiropractor learned I was using Elevate, he said that it is the best vitamin E supplement available. Then we asked her how KPP supplements helped her horse. And she said, I'm sure my horse's strength and fitness has increased, and he recovers quickly with Elevate. Last summer, I was competing for multiple days in 105 plus temperatures. My horses performed wonderfully with some rides over 70. Obviously, I monitored them closely, but Guinness never showed any signs of heat stress or dehydration because I fed him Summer Games electrolyte.
Wow.
Thanks, KPP.
That's fantastic. Wait a minute. That deserves... Good job, Kimberly. That's terrific. Yay.
And it just, I don't know, it's just so rewarding to hear people say that the products had helped their horses, because that's why we do this. That's why I do this. That's why I got into it to begin with.
Right.
So to kind of get that feedback, it was fun for us too, to be able to hear that.
And you put your heart and soul into this. This is not a mega corporation here. Karen started this company. So, she's put her heart and soul into this company for how many years now? You guys been?
Oh, geez, since 1988.
Wow.
So how many years is that? That's a long time.
Don't ask us math.
Yeah.
Just 88.
It's a long time. It's 20 plus years. So
that's 33 years.
Wow.
33 years. I can't believe it. That's when we were young and we were lighting the world on fire and, had all that energy.
And next week, we're all going to be walking around on our walkers and hanging out together on the porch.
Now I'm going to PT so I can ride my horse.
Well, thank you, Karen. And thank you to everybody that entered and to all of our listeners who entered. I know 2 out of the 3 were listeners, so I don't know about the third one. But we really appreciate you guys, and thank you all for everything you've done. You're the title sponsor for this trip coming up. We leave on Sunday. So that billboard on the back of that RV is going to be seen by thousands of people all across the East Coast. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week.
I'll see you then. I can't wait.
All right. Thanks, Karen. Well, thank you to Karen for joining us, and we're looking forward to seeing her. A reminder that you can participate in the roadshow from home, and you don't even have to leave the house. If you're not anywhere close to a meetup, you're out west, and you've yelled at me about not coming out to Oregon on this trip, or Washington or California, then you can join us next Wednesday night because we're doing a Templeton Thompson and Sam Gay concert. We're coming to you live on Facebook. We're going to be on just go to the Horse Radio Network Facebook page or the Horses in the Morning Facebook page, and also the Auditors we'll be putting it in there. You can come out in person to see this concert with Templeton and Sam. It's to benefit Colby's Army, which is a therapeutic riding center there near Nashville. That's the one that Lisa Wysocki, regular co-host here, that's the one that she runs. It's a terrific organization, and we're going to have people there in person, and we're also going to be putting the concert out live. And from what I heard from Lisa, there might be, maybe, we're not sure, another singer-songwriter or two coming down from Nashville. So
Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, y'all.
I already asked if it was Carrie Underwood, and apparently it isn't. So,
you didn't ask if it was Tim and Faith.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. It could be. She knows all those people, so it could be. Next Wednesday night, 7:00, mark it on your calendar, 7 to 9. Join us for the concert. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you get to see all of us down there having a good time in Tennessee. And we'll remind you of that again next week. We will be having shows, so the shows go on while we're on the road. But now it's time, speaking of the show going on,
pay attention.
If you ain't met one by now, you're bound to sooner or later. He says one thing and he means another, but hey, he can't help it. He's a horse trader. Horse trading. Well, it's a laissez-faire. Let the buyer beware. Horse trading. They tell a low-down lie with a sincere stare. Horse trading. Well, if they're talking in circles and the deal ain't square, he's a master in the fine art of persuading. Horse trading.
That's right. It is time for Really Bad Ads, that time of the week when we read some ads sent in by listeners from all over the world. Either they found it on Craigslist or Facebook, and we just have a little bit of fun with them, and they usually have something to do with a horse or a barn or a farm. And we give away or a trailer. And we have a doozy of a trailer this week. We give away prizes for that at the end of every month, and they're provided by horselovers.com. And they've been doing this for us forever. They're also a sponsor of the Road Show. So thank you to Horse Lovers, one of our terrific sponsors, and been hanging out with us for a while. I saw somebody was buying a saddle from them yesterday. Apparently they had saddles marked down, and they were on there buying a saddle, one of our auditors. So tell us about the first prize from Horse Lovers.
The first prize from Horse Lovers is a giveaway of the artistic tops and shirts from the Elise Genist Watercolor Artist Series. Combining art and equestrian fashion gives you the most amazing look and finest equestrian fashion. You get your choice of tops up to a retail value of $140, and that's Arista. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous.
So is your son nearby?
He is. He's right here.
Well, why don't we have him pick the numbers for the winners?
Okay, Lucas, come here.
Now, you can just keep the headphones. Just tell him I need a number between 1 and 212.
Well, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 212.
Any number.
211.
211. That's my boy.
Let me bring up the spreadsheet. Why do people always do this? Oh, my God. Somebody you saw last week, Betty Faye.
Betty Faye's the winner.
Did he rig that?
He does love Betty.
Well, that's terrific. Betty's styling. She can be styling out there in Colorado. Good job, Betty. And she submits a lot, too. She deserves that one. All right. So the next winner is going to be for what?
The next prize, let me find it. I'm dealing with it. 8-year-old is the winner selects $150 worth of prizes from Oak Equestrian, a collection of products designed by the people who love to ride. Utilizing their collective experiences in a variety of disciplines, they are proud to bring you quality items you'll love at prices you'll adore. If you're looking for great pieces with cutting-edge style and design without spending a fortune, welcome to the OEQ, or Oak. From clothing to tack, OEQ has a product for you. Now, what are the numbers?
Okay, between 1 and 212, and it can't be 211.
Between 1 and 212, and you can't pick 211 again. Can't pick Betty again.
157.
157.
All right.
You're not old enough to know that number.
Okay, 157 is, he picked a name I'm going to butcher. Caitlin Drozdowski. So
Yay,
congratulations to Caitlin Drozdowski. I think I got that right, actually. Those are nice products. Oka Question has nice stuff. So good job, you. You get to pick anything you want, too. That's kind of cool. Now we're going to pick 2 winners of $50 gift certificates for HRN Swag. You get to go to our swag store and pick hats or shirts or whatever you want out of HRN stuff. Geld that stuff. That's right. So let's have 2. We're going to need 2 numbers and same, just not the 2 we picked before.
Team That Girl stuff on there yet? Because I really need
No, I didn't get it there yet. I'm going to do that, though. Team That Girl will be on there.
Okay.
So 2 more numbers.
Okay, 2 more numbers. Yeah.
52.
52.
52. Okay, a gift certificate winner is Hannah Reppert. So congratulations, Hannah. Hey, we're staying with her on the trip. So congratulations, Hannah.
I believe she has one of my horses, my horse and hound horses.
Oh, that's right. Wow, small world.
Finn.
See, it pays to enter.
Uh-huh.
And then we need 1 more number.
1 more number. This is challenging.
I know.
87.
87.
So hard to pick numbers. Everybody has trouble with this, so we ask. Michelle Fuentes. So, Michelle, congratulations. You also are a $50 HRN swag winner. So, congratulations to everybody. We had 7 winners on today's show. Who else gives away the kind of stuff we do? Nobody. No other podcast. So that's it. Congratulations, everybody. We'll be in touch. We'll be emailing you, and you get to go pick we'll put you in touch with horse lovers to go pick your winning stuff. All right. Let's go to our first entry. And we had a lot of people submit entries today, which they always get double entries if they record their own. And the first one is Laura Berry.
This is Laura Berry from Fallon, Nevada, and I have a local ad close to me that I'd like to share with you. Better jump on it quick, though. These might go fast. Miniature horse mares. PM for more info. I will not respond to comments. Susie is a black and white mare, and Ginger is a chestnut sorrel mare. Located in Lovelock, Nevada, but we'll meet nearby. Delivery possible. So mini number 1, Susie. She's 15 years old, 34 inches, I think. Basically a wild pony, but his halter broke if you can catch her. Absolutely horrible for the farrier unless your farrier knows what he's doing. My farrier got her hooves done about 8 weeks ago, but it wasn't a fun task. Needs someone to devote time to her. Clearly, she is not broke to ride, and I would say she's for children. You would say she's for children.
She's not broke to ride, but she's for children?
Bred, as she has been turned out with my stud mini, not papered. Okay, mini number 2 is Ginger. She's 8 years old, 36 inches, never actually measured her. Possibly bred, as she's been turned out with my stud mini. Was told she was started with harness training by previous owners, but never tacked up to find out what she knows. She has not been ridden as far as I know. Trailer's well, great for the farrier, but is due for a trim again. Really sweet, but sometimes can be a little hard to catch. Food aggressive toward other horses, but will eat with them. She's just the alpha mare, spelled ALFA. Okay, good luck with that.
Oh my God, what a pair.
Might go quick. Yeah, I love that she's like, could be easier to trim if your farrier knows what she's doing. But it took my farrier forever.
Yeah.
Basically, she's just like, what is that? Like, shamed her own farrier?
Yes, she did. And did you notice she said that the other one's overdue? Because the farrier didn't come back.
That person's not coming back.
No. All right. Betty Faye actually sent in the next one.
And you know what? I'm going to let Lucas read this one.
Okay.
He wants to participate, and he just loves Betty. So here we go. You are going to read this. Get really close to the microphone and then read what you see, just like you see it.
Whenever you least expect it.
Hold it. Slow down. Start over. Oh, okay. Talking to the mic.
Whenever you least expect it, I am back for more. To Betty Faye. Did I read that?
No, just restart there.
Okay. Facebook, everything equine, Fremont County, Colorado. ISO 1 to 2 project horses/ponies. Must be at least 2 year old and no funny business or bad vices. Must be sound. Budget $2K.
Now read this sentence again and read it like I told you to.
No. ISO 1 to 2 project horses/ponies must be at least 2-year-old and no funny business or bad vices.
Good job, buddy. Good job. No
Thank you, Lucas.
Funny
No funny business.
Thank you. Good job. Can you believe my child reads?
I can't believe he reads. I remember when he was born. I can't believe he reads. You might hear him in the post-show auditors because he took over the mic when Jamie had to leave for about 5 minutes earlier, and I'm going to play that in the post-show. So
I went to the restroom, which is right behind my desk, across the on the other side of the wall, and I hear Lucas talking to somebody, and I know it's just the two of us in the house. And I walk out, and he's just sitting at my microphone, just chatting away to Glenn. And apparently, Glenn recorded it, Lucas, and we'll be playing it in the post show.
He just showed up and said, I'm here. I was like, okay.
He's really fascinated by all of this now and wants to participate. He would like to be
having his own
YouTuber.
podcast here soon.
Yeah. We'll start your
Good
own
luck
podcast.
with that. All right. Lorene sent the next one in. Oh, $5. She's in a car and there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, there always is.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning. It's Lorene Barden. I'm going to read a really bad ad.
Wait a minute. Do you hear any noise at all?
She's not driving. Is she okay?
And this ad is for a quarter horse.
Do you think she's at home? I don't know her ever to be home.
A quarter horse.
That's $2,000. The ad has no punctuation, nothing's capitalized, no periods, nothing. 15 hands have been riding 30 days, not been rode, R-O-A-D, in 8 months. So if he hasn't been rode in 8 months, when did they do the 30 days? I don't know. 15 hands been riding 30 days, not been rode in 8 months. Very smart, not got bloodline. I think double K bred, never bucked with me. 5 years old would make one do anything if word with just needs lots riding. I ride with spurs. He took them okay. Has never bucked with me. Plow ring stops really good. Very strong, built like a tank. That's it. That's the whole ad. Have a great weekend. Bye.
She did a good job reading that, considering there was no punctuation and it wasn't English. She did a good job.
Oh my God.
I know you just want to comment so much on that. Deep breath.
I've ridden him with spurs. He didn't care.
He didn't care.
You haven't ridden him in 8 months. So what are you talking about?
That was 9 months ago we rode him. And it didn't go well, so we didn't ride him for the last 8 months. Now it's time for him to go because he's eating us out of Heisenhome. He's a big boy.
In the world of I just started looking on the Oklahoma Craigslist for ads, and oh God.
You can't have a soul. You can't have a soul.
This one is for a 14-year-old gelding. Good trail horse. Will go anywhere. Has a slight gimp that doesn't seem to bother him.
Just a gimp.
If he's limping, it's bothering him.
Allison sent the next one in. Horse for sale, Portland. And it says Tigard, Hillsborough, Gresham, Tillamook, Vancouver. I guess those are town names? I don't know. Horse is 2.5 years of age. The breed is Califresian. Quafrisian. He is a very noble, very beautiful color. Good with kids, too. He has no problems or bad habits. Very good horse. $8,000 for the Califresian. What's a Califresian? Is that actually a thing? We're going to be made full of. Somebody's going to write to us and say,
oh my God, really? This is the registration. Cuafrisian.
Is it a thing?
That's not even how you spell Frisian. Quafrisian, it's a Frisian quarter horse.
Really?
This is not becoming like dog breed.
It is.
It's a Labradoodle, like it's a Quafrisian, but C-U-A, it would be Q-U-A, and Frisian, that's not how you spell Frisian.
I didn't know this was a thing. We've been doing this show for 3,000 episodes. Probably 5,000 hours, and we learn something new every week.
You know what? I'm noticing a trend because most of the registrations say things, the websites that talk about them say things like this. Yegua corto de mia es foto su hija Quafrisian. Hija prisondejo las fotos de su hija Quafrisian. Oh my
So
God.
somewhere in South America, we're reading these.
It's just south of our America.
Alicia sent the next one in. It's our horse trailer of the week, and I wonder if it comes with the cows. So it's horse trailer, $2,500, well over our price. Horse trailer with gooseneck. It is in good shape. No, it's not. It's in terrible shape. It's completely rusted. It's a large gooseneck, too. It must weigh 8,000 pounds. It's completely rusted from one end to the other. Completely rusted. The door is open, and inside looks like leftovers of building materials from about the last 30 years. And there are multiple cows that are hanging around under the gooseneck. So, and then there's an arrow pointing to something. I guess it's pointing to the cows. I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. Do the cows come with the gooseneck?
I mean, aside from the building materials inside it, there are also a variety of building materials around it, so much so that you can't even see the tires.
Maybe it was open for the cows to go in it. Ooh, it must smell good in there. Oh,
that's how you teach your horse to load. You just put the food in there and leave the door open. They'll eventually go in if they get hungry enough.
Do they give the cows tetanus shots when they're young? Because if these cows have been hanging around this trailer, they're going to need one. Oh,
please spay, neuter, geld, and vaccinate.
You have to add that now.
The next one comes from Michelle, and this is
it's one of our winners today too.
One of our winners, ISO horses in KY, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, under $1,000. This can't be good.
I gave it to you because it's Southern.
ISO horses in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, under $1,000, and that's a yearling APHA colt. Comes with application.
I can't read, so I'm not filling it out.
I ain't filling it out. You want papers, you got to go get them.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that.
Yearling APHA colt comes with application. Came out of a horrible situation, and he has gained a lot of weight and now healthy and ready for a new home. UTD Coggins, he is halter broke, but now that he feels good, he can be sassy. He says in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
You know what? I'm gonna give this lady applause because you know what? She saved that horse, and it does look half decent now. So good for her.
Okay. If you want to give somebody a round of applause that takes a horse and still sells it for under $1,000 on a Facebook page.
All right, she did a good thing. I'm going with that. I'm feeling generous. I'm going with that. Tara sent the next one in.
If it's $1,000,
this is Tara in Texas, and this is a funny one. It's from a Facebook group called Texas Sport Horse Showcase, and well, I'll say why it's funny at the end. Looking for novice horse lead change, jumping 3-foot, bend showing, fancy, $60K. Ooh. For a girl, 13. Contact and then the farm name. You'd think with someone with a $60,000 budget that they could type a legible, understandable, readable ad. Bye.
That means I ain't got $60,000. I just will come test ride your $60,000 horses.
All right. Thank you, Tara, for sending that in. Kim sent this one in. Where's Kim? Kim. I got to find Kim. Oh, here we are.
Hi, this is Kim in SoCal.
Another winner.
I have Gambit here with me. But actually, what I really have is a bad ad from Craigslist, Farm and Garden. The header reads, pony for sale or trade for older pony, $2,300. Now we go with no punctuation. Cute stocky pony right under 13H grade gilding, broke to ride perfect, advanced beginner, even older kid or teen or small adult, good health sound, gets along with other horses, easy keeper, trailer, great trail rides, water, street traffic, good need, slower pony, that's what we need. This is a great step up pony. If you are interested in buying or trading, email me to check him out. Thank you.
It's harder to read those than people think.
It really is. It really is. Well done.
Thank you, Kim, for that. Brenda, you got the last one.
Oh, I have the last one from Brenda.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of punctuation in this one. Horse, exerciser, alpine. Wanted, horse, exerciser, trainer? Question mark. Type TYPE person. I need someone to help out with my horse. My work is not allowing me to spend the time he needs. At the present, need groundwork and riding. Call la. Show contact info. Thanks.
Yeah, you know what? Don't all horses need groundwork and riding? Isn't that what they all really need when you think about it?
I don't know. I couldn't get past the different periods in the sentences. I think if we took some of those periods and put them into Kim's or Tara's, things would be a little easier.
It would be. It'd be easier for us anyway.
Yeah.
Also submitting today was Ina, Sarah, Casey, and Caitlin. Thank you so much for everybody who submitted ads this month. We really appreciate it, all 212 of you. And look, it pays to submit. You win stuff. So
read your own. Look at these. Winners sent their own.
All right. We have to go pack. We have to get ready to roll out of here. So go to horseradionetwork.com. Click on the Roadshow banner at the top. We want to meet you guys along the way. We'd love to eat something with you, dance with you at the concert, do whatever. Go trail riding with you in Michigan. We have a lot of stops to do. And we're going to get to see
Drink
Jamie.
with you in Lexington.
In Lexington. We haven't seen you in so long. It seems like forever. So we're looking forward to it. We'll see you all on the road. Thanks, everybody.
Spaniard Geld.
Hang on, auditors. You have to hear Lucas in the post show.
Sneaky thing. I didn't even know he was going to do that.